Hey YouTube, it's Will here from New Network of Nintendo. Today's review series, which is what I'm doing, it's going to be a StarCraft II. And it's going to be a lot of different than what you guys are probably used to me doing. It's kind of something new, something I want to do in the future when I have all the technology to do so. But until then, everything else will be how I usually do it. But this one, no. This one I'm trying to go all out. So I hope you enjoy it. As I was saying, this is going to be a little different. It's going to be showing scenes of the game instead of just me talking about it, but it'll still be me talking about it, okay? So, without any further ado, intro! StarCraft II is a sequel to Blizzard's hit game StarCraft, obviously. StarCraft came back in the 1990s or 1980s, sometime in that decade, and it brought to the world the RTS. For those who don't know what it stands for, RTS means real-time strategy game. It's where you and your opponent are building up your base at the same time. You gotta construct the correct buildings, correct units, and have enough minerals, investing gas for everything. Not to mention that you have a unit count that you cannot exceed, or else you won't be able to build any more units at that point in time. The game is split into I'll call it two types. The first type being the story mode, and the second type being like regular play, I suppose. In the story mode, you take on the role of Jim Raynor as you go out and try to defeat the tyrant Minx and protect the Terran people from the Zerg. The Zerg are an alien race that act like a hive of bees. They have one main overmind that they listen to, while everyone else kind of follow them-ish. Like they all follow that one mind. They attack as one, they think as one, etc., etc. And then you have the Protoss, which is like almost a dying race of aliens, because their homeworld of Ire had been taken over, and they're just trying to kill the Zerg before they prevent any more pain across the universe. As I was saying, you play as Jim Raynor as he continues collecting these pieces, because his friend Tychus is said that these pieces will help him get out of jail as they pay for the fine because he's been in jail for so long. And it just takes him to various amounts of worlds. The story mode gives you a couple of chances for options. At one point you either get to choose to help the Protoss or help this girl protect her people. At another point near the end, you get the choice of attacking the ground units or attacking the air units. So the game isn't just straightforward. You also get to choose which missions you want at which times. The game has a lot of hours of gameplay depending on how good you are and all that. Not to mention that one mission could last you up to a half hour or more depending on how well you play it. So just brace yourselves when you start playing through the story mode that you probably won't be able to complete it in 1 weekend. It'll probably take 2 to 3 to possibly even 4 weeks of like 5 hours a day to complete it, just because how long some of the missions are. Going from the story mode, there are different modes outside of that, such as where you play against AI that have various difficulties ranging from very easy to elite, and then you also have 3 different cheater difficulties as well. And when you choose the cheater difficulties, it's like they're using cheat codes. Speaking of which, there are cheat codes in this game, just like there are in every single Blizzard game. These cheat codes allow you to have infinite minerals, not have a build supply, etc., etc. It makes the game kind of fun, but not as fun as it should be. There's also the online play mode, in which there's a couple versions of that as well. The most popular one, I'd say, is the ranked version, in which you go against people and you move up or down in ranks. And there are different leagues, so you go against people who are around the same skill as you, like Bronze League, Silver League, Gold League, Platinum League, Masters League, and I think there's one more league after that. You win, you get bonus points. The more bonus points you get, the faster you gain up. You climb up the rank ladder until you get to the top, and then you start getting ready to move on to the next league. There's also a challenge mode in which you do separate challenges that let you know the ability, not the ability, but they'll let you know how to do some of the elite parts of StarCraft. StarCraft II is immense. I mean, there's just so much stuff you can do. Like, even in the story mode, you can complete it, but there are many different missions you probably missed, many different achievements you can unlock. Not to mention that there are different modes to play. And same thing with everything else. So, StarCraft is a good game, although it might get boring after a while. So it does have its ups and downs, and after you can complete it and feel as if you're good, you might take a break. Might take a month break from it. So, you know, it is a game that you can put down and you give it a break for some time. But as I said, all in all, StarCraft is a really great game, and I give StarCraft 4.5 out of 5.
I made a deal with the devil, Jimmy. She dies, I go free.